Hey class, this is Senora Davis, and I've had a lot of questions about how to do one of the assignments. So I'm going to look in Google Classroom and just demonstrate how you use the Story Builder and then how that assignment should develop and what you should actually turn in. So if we look at this week of September 8th through the 11th, and we look down here at this Story Builder. Let's open this up and we view the assignment. The Story Builder is this slide, and then there's a Mapa del Cuento, and this is what you turn in. You open the Story Builder. Now here, these are the instructions. They're written here. You will be building your own story. Click View and then Present, and as you read, you will be presented with many choices for how you want the story to continue. Click the image that represents each choice you want to make, and if there is no choice, click the next image to continue the slide. As you read the story, write it down. So when you find one you like, you write it down. Then start from the beginning. Build a few different stories. Or let's say, as you read this first story, you should write it down. And then start again from the beginning, build a few different stories. And then you're going to share the one you like best with me in this Mapa del Cuento, okay? But you should be writing the stories down as you watch them. So let me just demonstrate with a story, okay? So I'm going to open the Story Builder. And the very first thing it says is the instructions come up. It says, you will be building your own story. That was the same instructions that I had in the instructions for Story Builder in Google Classroom. Click View and then Present. So let's click View and then Present. Now, you will be building your own story. Click View and then Present. We did that. As you read, you will be presented with many choices for how you want this story to continue. Click the image that represents each choice you want to make. If there is no choice, click the next image to continue the next slide. As you read the story, write it down on your paper in front of you in your notebook. Okay, then start again from the beginning, building a few different stories. Then you're going to share the one that you like best with your teacher. Okay, because the more you read these stories and write them down in Spanish, the more Spanish language you acquire. This is a stepping stone to fluency. Okay, once you're done with each story, reread it. So let's do a story together. Start. I'm going to click on Start. Esta persona es Cruz. Write that down. And then we're going to click the next image to continue reading. Cruz es una persona. Cruz is a person. Inteligente. Cruz es muy inteligente. Cruz es, and we have these two images, and we have to decide which one we want to continue our story with. Let's say es astronauta. Astronauta. Cruz is an astronaut. So we write that down. Cruz es astronauta. Cruz explora el sistema solar. Now these are just story images. There's not a choice here. It's just an illustration of this. So we have to click the next. When we see the arrow, we just have to click the arrow. That means that neither one of those is a choice, okay? So we're going to click it. Un extraterrestre dice hola. Hola. So the extraterrestrial says hi. Cruz dice hola. Hola. Okay. So this story continues this way. And so you're either going to choose between two different choices you're given, like the astronauta y taxista. You had to choose between one of those. Or you're just going to click on the next. But you're going to write down the story as you go. Because when you're done with this, we exit this one and close it out, and we're done with the story builder. Then we have to take the story we wrote, okay, and it's going to make a copy. This is a handout that is going to make a copy for each one of you, right? So it says what happened. You put your name here and the date there and what happened in the story. In English, right, what happens first. In English, right, what happened first. Next to, this is first. Primero means first. Next, a continuación, next. Después, later. And finally, por último. And it says, can you retell part of the story in Spanish? Write as much as you can in Spanish. Here. And you type it there. Okay? And then this is what you turn in. Okay? So we would have said, primero, what happened? Cruz is a person. Right? And to continue, Cruz is what? Intelligent. Right? Later, he was an astronaut. Right? And in the end, he met a extraterrestrial. We didn't see the whole story, but that's the way you're going to do. What happened in the story? Tell us what happened in the story. And then you can retell part of this. Can you retell part of the story in Spanish? Write as much as you can in Spanish, just from what you remember. Okay? And that is how you do that assignment. We will go over this again during the Google Meet on Friday if you're still having problems, and we can talk about it. Okay?